Welcome to our video on Loyalist Primarch Curiosities. In this video, you'll learn some interesting trivia about the enigmatic Loyalist Primarchs of Warhammer 40k. The Loyalist Primarchs were not just leaders, they were symbols of hope and unity for the Imperium. Each Primarch had their own distinct qualities and strengths, and yet they were able to set aside their differences and work towards a common goal. Rogal Dorn was known for his unshakable stoicism, unwavering loyalty to the Imperium, and unparalleled skill in constructing defensive strongholds. As the Primarch of the Imperial Fist's Space Marine Legion, Dorn's ability to fortify and defend positions was second to none. He saw the construction of fortifications not as a sign of weakness, but as a testament to the strength and resolve of the Imperium. To Dorn, a well-built fortress was a symbol of hope and a means to protect the people of the Imperium from harm. Dorn's mastery of fortification was legendary, and his defensive structures were often deemed impregnable. During the Horus Heresy, Dorn personally oversaw the construction of the Imperial Palace on Terra, the ultimate stronghold and the heart of the Imperium. The Imperial Palace was designed to withstand any assault, no matter how massive or devastating. Dorn's unwavering dedication to the construction of the palace and his leadership in defending it proved pivotal in securing the Imperium's survival during the dark days of the heresy. Dorn's legacy as a master builder and defender of the Imperium remains unparalleled, and his example serves as an inspiration to all those who value heroism, stoicism, and loyalty. Guilliman wrote the Codex Astartes with one goal in mind: to create a standardized method of warfare across all Space Marine legions. This book is more than just a tactical manual. It is a way of life for the Ultramarines. Guilliman's teachings have been ingrained in their psyche since their inception. The Codex outlines every aspect of life in the Space Marines, from battle strategy to daily routine. The Ultramarines follow it strictly and regard it as sacred text. Its words are taken as gospel, and any deviation from its teachings is seen as a grave sin. The Codex Astartes is more than a book. It is the foundation upon which the Ultramarine Legion was built, and it continues to shape their identity and military tactics to this day. As a prominent figure in the Warhammer 40,000 universe, Lionel Johnson is one of the most fascinating characters to explore. Born on the world of Caliban, he was the first of the Emperor's 20 Primarchs to be discovered. With his unparalleled combat prowess and strategic mind, Lion quickly established himself as one of the greatest leaders of the Loyalist Primarchs. However, despite his many successes, he was also a complex figure, whose true motivations and loyalties were often difficult to discern. One interesting trivia fact about Lionel Johnson is that he was a prodigious hunter, and spent much of his youth stalking the dangerous beasts that roamed Caliban's forests. This love of hunting would later be reflected in his tactics on the battlefield, where he was known for his cunning and precision strikes. Additionally, Lionel Johnson was one of the few Primarchs to have been trained by the Emperor himself, which undoubtedly contributed to his mastery of combat and strategy. However, this training also left him with a deep sense of loyalty to the Emperor, which ultimately proved to be his downfall during the Horus Heresy. Despite this, Lionel Johnson remains one of the most iconic and intriguing characters in the Warhammer 40,000 universe. Vulcan, one of the revered Primarchs of the Imperium, was not just a warrior of extraordinary strength, but a symbol of compassion and kindness towards humanity. His unwavering love for the common people stemmed from his own harrowing experiences as a slave in the fiery world of Nocturne. Having once known the pain of oppression, he empathized deeply with the struggles of ordinary folks and viewed them as equals, not just subjects to be protected. This noble trait was echoed in the Salamander's Legion that Vulcan led. In the face of the galactic-scale war of the Horus Heresy, they went beyond their call of duty to protect human lives. The Salamanders displayed immense bravery and selflessness by rescuing countless civilians during the bombing of Fall, even those marked as traitors by the Imperium. Their fire and rescue teams worked tirelessly to save lives, often at great risk to their own safety. The Salamanders' empathy for humanity was not a weakness, but a formidable strength that set them apart from other legions and inspired many to follow in their example. Ferrus Manus was known for his legendary heroism in battle and his unbreakable will, which made him a natural leader of the Iron Hands Space Marine Legion. What set Ferrus apart from other Primarchs was his cybernetic hands, which he received after a tragic accident during his youth. As a child, Ferrus Manus lived alone in a cave until he discovered mysterious runes that unknowingly released a biomechanical monster known as Acernoth. Swearing to defeat the creature, Ferrus trained vigorously, earning the respect and admiration of the native tribes who dubbed him with several nicknames. After a grueling fight with Acernoth, Ferrus plunged his hands into molten rock to ensure the beast would not return. This left his hands horribly burned, and when he removed them, they were coated in the living metal of the creature, which fused with Ferrus Manus, giving him his iconic iron hands. This unique metal also granted him an unnatural knowledge of technology that he used to upgrade his home planet of Medusa and become its ruler. Ferrus's cybernetic hands became a symbol of his resilience, and the Iron Hands Legion followed his lead in their relentless pursuit of perfection through technology. Jagatai Khan, the Primarch of the White Scars, was known throughout the galaxy as a peerless warrior and leader. Unlike many of his fellow Primarchs, Jagatai relied on lightning-fast attacks and hit-and-run tactics to outmaneuver his enemies. His mastery of the art of war was unparalleled, and he was known for his uncanny ability to anticipate his opponent's moves and strike at their weaknesses. Jagatai's leadership style was also unique among the Primarchs. He placed a great emphasis on creating a sense of brotherhood and camaraderie within his legion. He encouraged his warriors to embrace their heritage and to celebrate their victories in the face of adversity. This emphasis on cultural identity gave the White Scars a strong sense of purpose and identity that set them apart from other Space Marine legions. In battle, Jagatai was a master of mounted combat. He was capable of riding any mount through any terrain, making him a fearsome opponent on the battlefield. His expertise in cavalry tactics allowed him to strike at the enemy with lightning speed, and he was known to leave entire enemy armies in disarray with his hit-and-run tactics. But despite his fearsome reputation, Jagatai was known for his humility and stoicism. He never sought glory for himself, but instead saw himself as a servant of the Emperor and the Imperium. He was willing to make any sacrifice necessary to ensure the safety and prosperity of humanity, and he instilled this same sense of duty and loyalty in his warriors. Leman Russ, the Primarch of the Space Wolves, had a unique origin story compared to other Primarchs. He was found on the desolate planet of Fenris by the Emperor's forces, who were drawn there by a distress signal. The young Russ had already become a formidable warrior, leading a pack of wolves against the harsh elements of the planet. Upon his discovery, he was immediately recognized as a Primarch and taken under the Emperor's wing. The connection between Leman Russ and wolves did not end there. The Space Wolves Legion, which he founded, was inspired by the pack mentality of wolves and their loyalty to their kin. This was reflected in the Legion's culture, where they referred to each other as brothers and packmates, and upheld a strong sense of brotherhood and loyalty to each other and the Imperium. This sense of loyalty and fierce independence made the Space Wolves a unique and formidable force in the galaxy. And that's it for today's video on Loyalist Primarch Curiosities. We hope you enjoyed learning some interesting facts about these formidable leaders of the Warhammer 40K universe. Don't forget to check out our other Warhammer content and smash that subscribe button.